Dream Team, it's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with 10 things I love about living in Sydney, Australia. And before we jump into these 10 things, I need you guys to smash that subscribe button, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. And let's hop right in.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I thought I would do another one about Australia today. I won't do too much of an introduction, let's just get straight into it. Here is 10 things I love about living in Australia.
Talk to me.
So number one is the coffee culture. The coffee culture is incredible here. There are so many coffee shops. Coffee is cheap and it's good and it's amazing. It's one of my favourite things about living in Australia. I don't know if it's just where we're living in Australia, but it's everywhere we've been, it's always been good and it's always been cheap. So,
of course, you always hear that as being one of the 10 things. Coffee culture, big time. Like I've said multiple times, I don't drink coffee myself, but I've seen so many videos and people visiting Australia or Australians themselves, like talking about coffee culture is just top tier over there. Coffee there is the best in the world, number one. So if you love coffee, gotta get to Australia. Enjoy some cups. But then again, do you want to go and enjoy all that absolutely incredible coffee and come back to mediocre coffee? You gotta ask yourself that.
number two is fitness. So anywhere you walk around, again, I don't know if this is just where we're living or if it's like the whole of Australia, I don't know. But we are in a little suburb called Cronulla, and everybody is always walking around in their active wear. And if you go out during the day, it doesn't matter. So I've been for runs before, like before 6 o'clock in the morning, and there are so many people running up and down the promenade. We call it a promenade in England. I don't know what they call it here in Australia. And most of the cafes that you go to as well, it's all healthy food. So it's really easy and really kind of motivating to want to do better here.
I wish we had that culture in America. I definitely wish we had that culture in America. But I've seen in other videos where they talk about like very early in the morning, like you can see like there's a lot of Australians running, and you know what I'm saying, getting their fitness on. And so shout out to them. I can wake up early, but at a certain, like before 6 to me, I'm just, it takes me a while to get my engine going. It takes me a while to start that engine. I'm up, but I'm like The Walking Dead. I'm like a zombie for about 15 to 20 minutes. It's until after I brush my teeth, wash my face, do all those things that I'm really just like up. But, and then, yeah, most of the time, I think peak time for me to get up is between 6:30 and 7. When I wake up, I feel good and I'm ready to get the day going. Keep rolling.
Number three is the early birds. So as I mentioned, I've been for runs before 6 in the morning, and there are hundreds of people around. The coffee shops open at 7 o'clock. They're always full as soon as they open. It's just
That's crazy.
amazing.
That's crazy. Shout out.
Number four are the beaches. These are some of the most beautiful beaches I've ever seen in my life, and it's not comparable to England. Our beaches in England are just full of stones. There's so much kind of slimy seaweed in the water. Here, no stones. The occasional bit of seaweed, and it's not the slimy crap that you get in England. Also, the beach lifestyle is incredible. So during the summer, me and James would tend to wake up early, go and get breakfast. Well, it would work either way. We'd either wake up really early and go straight to the beach, or we'd go straight for breakfast, and then we'd do the other thing. So we'd either go to the beach and then go for breakfast, or we'd go for breakfast and then go to the beach. We'd spend a couple of hours at the beach while it was still really, really hot first thing in the morning, but you do not want to be out in the midday sun because it's so hot. Too hot. A few times we've got a bit of sunstroke, which isn't fun.
Ooh, sunstroke. Dang, I've never caught a sunstroke, so is that basically where you just like pass out, just like heat stroke, I guess? Or is that the same thing? Heat stroke and sunstroke? We just call it different things, or is that something different? Y'all let me know in the comment section. But yeah, I've been hot, and I've been like, I can't survive, I'm gonna die, but I've never had a sunstroke, I've never had a heat stroke. But I mean, I've heard so many great things about these freaking beaches. I gotta go to one. At least one. and see these absolutely phenomenal beaches out there in Australia.
Number 5 for me is the birds. So this is joint with the coffee culture, my favourite thing about Australia. The bird noises that you hear everywhere are just beautiful. There's so many different birds. Even walking around you see the birds and they're so much more beautiful than the birds that we get in England. They're just colourful, beautiful, they sing amazing songs. They're gorgeous.
That's awesome. Shout out to the birds and shout out to the Aussie birds. The Aussie birds. And I don't mean the ladies, I mean like the actual birds.
And number 6, everybody is so friendly. So regardless of where you go, if you go to a cafe or a coffee shop, there's always somebody that will talk to you. They're so friendly. When you walk into a shop, I don't know if this has kind of come into England since we've left, but whenever you walk into a shop, there's somebody there to greet you. They always ask how you're doing, if they can help you with anything. And it's just really nice knowing that people are just friendly, because you don't really get that in England. Like, everybody likes to keep themselves to themselves. It's just nice.
I feel that.
Number 7 is the public transport. The trains here are so cheap, so reliable, and they're really consistent or frequent, whatever word you want to use. So where we are, they come every 15 minutes, and if we want to go to the city, which is quite yeah, it's a fair way from here, but not too much. Maybe an hour, just over an hour on the train.
Dang.
It will cost us about $8 to get.
Yeah, the city is far. An hour, yeah, that's really far. And also shout out to the friendliness of Aussies. I just let that one pass because we know how loving, how warm, how friendly, how community driven you guys are. And that's one thing I absolutely love about y'all. Public transport. I've heard great things about public transport. $8 to drive an hour. It's a good deal. It's a good deal.
Maybe an hour, just over an hour on the train. It will cost us about $8 to get to the city. And we went to James's nana's, who lives quite a way away. Let me see how many k's. So his nana lives about 107 kilometers away from us, which is about 66 miles. And that cost us $8. And if you go anywhere on a Sunday, I'm pretty sure it will cost you $3 on the train.
Oh, wow.
That is it. That's the maximum you'll be charged. So we could go there and back on a Sunday for $3. That's incredible.
That's crazy. That's
Number
crazy.
8 is renting. So we're renting this unit that we're in. And for us, it was relatively easy. So when we started looking at places to live, the viewings here are so different to England. In England, if you want to rent or buy somewhere, you make an appointment with the agent and then you go, you're the only person there looking at the place that you want to rent or buy. Whereas here, they have an open house, so everybody all turns up at the same time. You have 10 or 15 minutes to look around, kind of get a feel for the place and decide if you want it or not, which was very different, but we ended up getting this place quite easily. We don't love the flat, like we've grown to love it, but when you walk around it, it's quite old-fashioned. It needs a lot of work doing to it, but we live 2 roads from the beach, so it's perfect location.
That is.
Initially we were paying $420 a week for it. It's recently gone up because the tenancy was renewed after 6 months, and now we're paying $440, which is still really cheap for where we're living, and we've got a 2-bedroom place. So. And when we started
$440 a week. 160. That's like what, $17.60? No, I'm tripping. Yeah, $17.60. I'm tripping. $17.60 a week. I mean a month. $17.60 a month. 2-bedroom. They are 2 streets away from the beach, so that's gonna make it cost a little more. It's not bad. It's not bad for their location. I'd say it sounds like that's pretty dope. And the way they do, I feel like for houses, we had here in America, like you can have open houses and stuff, and everybody come in, everybody look. But I feel like you can also like have an agent and just kind of walk you through it like privately. Like it's like an open house is just like the opening. Hey, it's on like we're now opening this house to be on sale. But then like, or you're having trouble buying it, so you have an open house where you bring a number of people. But for the most part, I feel like in America, you just like can have whatever agent you're talking to like walk you through the house privately. and show you everything about the house. And apartment, kind of same thing. Not you don't even need an agent. It's just like the landlord, whoever's manager of the apartments, kind of gives you a tour of the apartment, see if you like it. So yeah, open houses are common, but you're more likely to be able to view the property privately.
Renting, we were renting for an agency, but the person ended up selling the unit, and now we have a private landlord, and she's amazing, like incredible. So for us, this experience has been really, really easy and comforting and just good. Number 9 is the food. Some of the food here is absolutely incredible. So we don't really get, some of the stuff they have we don't get in England, but some of the stuff we get in England they don't get here. So good and bad.
I feel that.
The good things, Golden Gay Times Sangers, the best ice cream I've ever had in my whole life. Milo cereal, one of my favourite cereals now. Iced chocolates. I've never ever seen it in England, ever. I hope they kind of start bringing it out in England because they're the best. And Tim Tams.
Tim Tams.
Tim Tams are the best chocolate in Australia, hands down. Better
So good. They're legit so freaking amazing, those Tim Tams.
than caramel koalas.
Oh.
And lastly, number 10 is the Aussie slang. I absolutely love their slang. So things like arvo for afternoon, sanger for sandwich, skull is like down it, like down a drink, bludger for a lazy person that can't be asked to get up and work. Bogan is basically the English equivalent of a jab. Povo, I absolutely love the word povo, is a poor person. I think we learned that off of Jamaica.
That's what I was gonna say, but I was like, Pavo sounds like poverty. So poor person. All work saying that.
May, high school girl, Summer Heights High. Watch it. Krill means ill. Got the shits. The first time I had that expression, I thought somebody had diarrhea, but it just means that they're pissed off.
Really?
And thongs.
I would think that they had diarrhea too. I would think that it just means they're pissed off. Okay.
Are flip-flops. So there are the 10 things I love about living in Australia. If you haven't already seen it, I will link it somewhere up here. Go and check out my other video, which is 15 things that I wish I knew before I moved to Australia. There's a few different things in there. If you're thinking about making the move or just coming over traveling, it might help you out a little bit. But if there's anything on this list that I've missed off, anything that you love about Australia, whether you live here or if you just travelled here, regardless, let me know in the comments what you love. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give me a like and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you soon in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.
That's all we got for this one. Another good video. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. It's your boy Neal. Out.